Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this League of Legends LPL and LCK 4-game slate for DraftKings on Saturday, July 18th. We got a 4-game slate. If you followed my picks last night, you probably had some really good success. Damwon Gaming with LGD was the highest, not the highest owned, but the highest scoring stack on the slate. So let me know how you guys did in the comments if you did go with my picks. FPX ended up getting 2-0'd, so I'm glad that I actually avoided that game completely. And then Rogue Warriors didn't even end up doing anything. So I benefited very well from last night. Very, very well, actually. So, and a lot of the guys on the Patreon, if you haven't signed up, they benefited well as well. I was on DWG the whole time. They were like the fourth highest owned stack on the slate. And we all benefited very well in there. Today, though, is a tougher slate. But get over that Patreon. Watch that longer video that I post breaking down each individual game. On this one, I just break down couple picks that I like. I don't really get to it too details like I do for the guys over there, but I try to give you guys enough to at least get started. But yeah, before I get started as well, like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. I got some likes yesterday. I got some good watch time. That's what it's all about. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Even if you're not on the Patreon, just coming through. Don't be afraid to ask some questions in the comments. Like and comment. I really do appreciate it. I hit over like 300 subscribers over last weekend, I think, and I'm just trying to get those subscribers up. But thank you guys. Let's get to it. For the LPL, we got two games LPL, 2 games LCK. Best of 3, if you guys don't know. Billy Gaming versus Dominance Esports. Billy Gaming coming in as slight favorites and a tough matchup. One thing I'll let you guys know, after skimming through this entire slate earlier, every pick on this slate, every game on this slate is tough. I think they can all go 2-1, and even me myself, I'm only going to play a very minimal amount of lineups tonight just because I don't feel confident in any of the teams tonight. Like, I can't think of one team where I would just be like, I don't know. It's hard for me just to pick one team. I'll try to give you guys my best picks based off, I'm kind of going based off of Vegas odds and based off of what I do know and what I've recognized, but even myself, like on slates like these and in any sport, when I don't feel comfortable, I just kind of play a little less. That's just the way I do it. I don't know how you guys do it, but that's the way I do. Victus Gaming versus RNG, another toss-up. 2 really good teams. Not really good. They're 2 good teams. Victus Gaming has been slightly better, but they're both some good teams, so I can't really knock one. RNG's been on a little losing streak. Not a losing streak, but they've lost like 4 of their last 5 matches, I think, but against top-tier teams. Like, it's not like they're losing to bad teams, so I don't want to take nothing away from them. And you got KT and Sandbox in a toss-up, practically a virtual toss-up. Then T1 and Genji, another virtual toss-up. T1 has owned Genji over their last 4 matches. They actually are 9. They're 4-0 against them, and they've won 9 games and lost 2 in those 4 matches, which is just crazy. And Genji has been the better team every time going into those matches. They've been the better team on paper, on stats, on team, on everything. They've just been better, but they just keep losing to T1. I don't know what it is. It's just their kryptonite. It's just how it is. You know how it is in sports. Some teams have that issue getting over some teams. And that's kind of what T1 is to Genji. And then you got KT, Sandbox. Sandbox did just 2-0 KT a couple days ago. Probably like 4 or 5 days ago. So people will be looking at that and looking like, oh, they 2-0'd them a while back. But KT was actually ahead in most of those games. Those 2 games they lost, they were ahead most of the time. They just made slight mistakes towards the end and then got punished for it. But I don't see why they can't get ahead again and just not make those mistakes this time. But we'll see. Then the starting lineups for the LPL. Remember, we don't get the LCK ones until an hour before their matches start. So be careful about that. If you're going to be playing anyone in the LCK, just be very careful. We don't know the starting lineup. So just try to stick to the guys that you've noticed that started most of their recent matches. We got BLG with DMO. Same lineups they've been having. BLG has gone a huge bump since Meteors joined them in the starting lineup. And then we got Invictus Gaming versus RNG. Same starting lineups. Baolan for IAG has been starting, I think, their last 2 matches. And he's looked solid, so I don't see a reason they would sub him out. But be careful. If there's anyone on the team that I would be careful of, it's for sure the support for Invictus. RNG's been doing some swapping around with their mid laner. Was Yahoo and Cryan. So be careful with that. Gala's been starting for Betty, but I don't think they'll sub him out. He's been practically the best part of their team, even when they've been losing or winning. So let's go over to DraftKings. I went through all the matches, kind of gave you little details about each match. I go way more into detail on my Patreon video, so make sure you get over there. Had a couple more people sign up yesterday, and so hopefully they benefited off of that sign up yesterday. Today, like I mentioned, the slate's a little tougher. I think everyone is in a match, even all the favorites. I think they're all in matchups that they can lose. They're just every single one. So coming in this late, I saw BLG is looking like the highest owned team. So if you do want to just follow the crowd, I don't mind you playing BLG, sticking to like, if I prefer anyone, their mid laner or the AD carry, I do prefer Fofo over Wings. He's been benefiting the most with ever since Meteor's been in the starting lineup. I know they haven't won all their recent matches, but they lost versus Suning and IG, which are two really good teams. It's not like they lost against bad teams, and they've performed well in those matches. I mean, over 60 fantasy points, even in losses, with 130-point upside for Meteor is just insane. So I don't see a reason they can do that with Rogue Warriors. Rogue Warriors isn't Rogue Warriors. DMO isn't the best team. BLG's coming in averaging 11.6 kills and 14.1 deaths. DMO is averaging 10.4 kills and 16.4 deaths. So if I'm looking at anything, BLG is also the better team at every team statistic, whether it's dragons, jungle control, ward control, everything. They're just better. So looking at that with Meteor with a 78% kill participation, like I mentioned, Fofo has benefited the most. He has a 32% kill share compared to Wings' 23% kill share. But I'm not going to take anything away from DMO. DMO can pull off the upset, but I do slightly prefer BLG tonight. So, and then the next game, the one I prefer the most, if I was just to pick one game, I would probably lean towards Invictus Gaming. I do prefer playing Puff. With Ning is kind of where I'm looking at starting my lineups. RNG, like I said, is a good team. They've lost to good teams. They haven't been losing to bad teams. If you go through their match history, they lost 2-1 to 1-2 to Suning, 1-2 to FPX, 1-2 to Team Wii, 0-2 to V5. V5 just beat Top Esports. So all those teams are top 5, top 6 teams in the LPL. They've just been on a rough stretch of tough matches, and they've lost them all. I don't see a reason they can't come in and beat Invictus Gaming. If I do play the side of RNG, I do want to play Gala. I usually like to look at both sides and just kind of give it to you guys. RNG, 12.1 kills per game and 10.6 deaths. Invictus Gaming, 13.2 kills and 12.3 deaths. So neither team really dies that much, but they do get a decent amount of kills. I think this team will be a little faster paced. RNG usually likes to play slower, but I think Invictus is one of those teams that likes to play aggressive. And sometimes it's like a double-edged sword. They can get punished for it, you know? So just be careful with that. I like them a little better because they're priced a little cheaper than the BLG guys, but I don't have an issue playing either side. If I can only pick two teams to play tonight, it'll probably be BLG and IG is the way I would look at it to start my lineups. Ning and Puff is where I would start, and then you got Shy in the top lane. Shy does die a lot, but he also can get a bunch of kills if he's playing the right champions and if he can get ahead. He's very, very good at carrying on the top lane, so I don't have an issue with him. Like I mentioned, be careful with Baolan. They got 3 supports on IG, so just be careful. Rookie, if I'm doing like a 4-man stack, I would just play these 4 guys. I'd prefer them 4 over any other. Obviously, the support of the team. If you want to do a smaller stack, I would just start it with like Puff, Ning, maybe the team stack, or just Puff in the team stack. Puff is my favorite player on the team. He's shown us some more upside as well. So just be wary of that. I do, like I said, IG or BLG is the way to go. If you just want to play a little safer today, I think they're the safest picks in my opinion. So those 2 are the way I would go with. Gave you some numbers, but I do get into breakdowns for the other games and even the other teams for leverage over in the Patreon video. So make sure you guys get over there and sign up. It's only $10 a month. And then with more sports coming back, it's still only going to be $10 a month. So just get in there now. If I start getting more traffic in there, I'll probably end up bumping it up a little more just because I need to benefit from all this work as well. But I just want to make you guys better, man. I just want to help you guys improve. I just want to see everybody win. When I see people winning in there, that's probably my favorite thing to wake up to, when I see people, all excited that they're winning and stuff like that. I think if I go over to, I'll just go over really quick to like the Discord. If just a quick peek at it. I mean, that was me right there. But then you just got people, just celebrating, winning money. Not too bad. So it was a really good night. Everybody was super excited. So just get over there. Sign up. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, taking time out of your day to